Man, I wonder how my Harmony Hollow video is doing. You know, I post it with no intention of it doing well, so might as well check on it. I'm at 1,000 subscribers? Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi, everyone. Hi, Evampies, as that is what I have called my fans now. Holy shit. I am beyond grateful for how much attention this video has gotten. I did not expect it at all when I dropped this video. I even told my friends like, oh, I'm doing a throwaway video this week. I want to draw my OCs and I need an excuse. And holy shit, thank god I did that. I'm so grateful to have hit 1K. We have a lot of things coming. This Saturday, we are doing a celebration stream, so please tune in if you like VTuber streams or just streams in general. I mean, I'm a VTuber and you subscribed. I assume you like VTuber content. Also, yes, Harmony Hollow will be getting a part 2. I don't know when. I start school soon and I'm trying to just maintain my weekly upload schedule at the moment, but I will try to prioritize it as much as I can. You guys spoke and I hear you loud and clear. The only thing that's holding us back briefly right now is actually one of the main 8 is just not designed. We kind of put off Harmony Hollow for a little bit and Kise was working on the designs and has been suffering some really rough art block and is trying to power through for you guys. So please make sure to show him some love, subscribe to his channel, because on top of the part 2 of Harmony Hollow, you asked and we have heard you guys want to see their human designs as well. So we are going to do a collab where we surprise each other with our human designs for our cast members, as I own Solar Flare and Silly Seams and 2 other ponies that you will see in part 2. Those will be all given human designs by me, and we might even sneak in our villains since we each own a villain, and there will be a 3rd video also about the villains. Maybe I'll collab with Kise on that one too. I haven't decided quite yet, so please look forward to that. Obviously when those are out, I will promote his video and I'm sure he will promote mine. So please enjoy more Harmony Hollow as it comes. But for now, let's get started into the sketchbook tour. The first slide you actually see here, this is the cover of my real life sketchbook, which is so exciting. Our first page of the sketchbook is my OC, Byom Seo. I hope that I'm saying that correctly. I'm trying my very best. His name is in Korean because he is a K-idol for a group in my universe shared with Kise called Gay Animals, because we still, after a million years of having it, have not given it a real name. And honestly, I think it is its real name. Gay Animals is just hilarious. And as a queer person, all of my OCs are gay anyway, so it is what it is. But yeah, this is Byom Seok. He is a black mamba hybrid. So you can see in the bottom left corner, that is his little mascot. Since he's an idol, I wanted each of them to have little mascots. On our next page here, we have another headshot piece of Rinchin. Rinchin was mentioned in my art fight video where I drew Plum's rough sheet chibi style, and I believe I sketched out Rinchin's chibi rough sheet, and I got so much beautiful fan art of him during art fight, I was gagged. But this is him post-banishment. I would rather wait until later because there is another photo of him with his love interest, Sangye, where I talk a little bit more about their lore, so we'll wait until then to talk more. The next slide here, we have Rinchin again. Okay, maybe I'm a little brain rotted about him. He's one of my favorite OCs. He's actually designed by the lovely Kise Shoes, who makes the most incredible character designs. You guys loved Midnight, you'll love Rinchin. They're of the same emo yolk. And Kise is just an incredible designer. But sometimes we'll do this where we will just make an OC pairing and then be like, here, you get one and I have the other. And so he has his partner Sangye, despite designing them both. The other drawings on here is Richard Sterling from IDB, which is my man, because I was trying to come up with a unique character design inspired by him for a OC ship with my friend Ace. And then we have my OC Jisoo, who is also mentioned in the video about art fight, who I love very much, but I drew him kind of hideous here. I don't think it's actually that bad, but at the time I really disliked this drawing and I had a really hard time getting over it. On this next page is Hallyu and Feiyu, probably one of my favorite ships from the Gay Animals. They're actually the next on my list to get custom plushies of, which is some special interest that I have. And if you ever want to hear about that, I can make a whole video on all my experiences ordering custom plushies. Honestly, I have to stop the hobby temporarily as I need to pay for college, because just like Feiyu, I am a broke college student. Yay! Speaking of, yes, Feiyu is a college student. He is an art major like myself, and he loves art and music, and he ends up falling in love with Hallyu, a astronomy professor at his college. He ends up actively pursuing him while Hallyu is like, please, go away! I can't be with you! I'm too old and ugly! And Feiyu's like, you're so fine! So that's a little bit of what their relationship is like. Again, Hallyu belongs to Kise, who is actually drawn in the bottom right corner eating a Korean corn dog because he was craving them really bad and was having a really bad day and went, Ivan, can you draw me eating a Korean corn dog? And how could I possibly refuse? Speaking of my OC ships with Ace, here is Shui, who belongs to me, and Toru, who belongs to Ace, and their best friend, yes, their best friend, Goody, who also belongs to Ace. Shui and Toru have a very hater relationship. These two hate each other. Do they fall in love? Of course, but Shui clearly really dislikes Toru. They just clash all the time. Toru dislikes Shui, and the only reason why they ever interact is because they're both best friends with Guri, and they don't want to lose that friendship, but Guri is sick and tired of them acting up. So one day, he's like, if you guys don't stop fighting, I'm not gonna be either of your friends. And they both crash out a little bit. But over time, they do end up falling for each other, and it's very cute because they just piss each other off all the time. But then they're like, ooh, you're so cute when you're mad. Wait, what? Toru is an axolotl hybrid. Guri is a frog hybrid. I think specifically a tree frog, like the blue one. I'll put an image here. And Shui is a Loch Ness monster hybrid, literally based on the Loch Ness monster. He is just a sea creature monster guy, and I love him so much. He was supposed to give Siren. I actually based him off of this really handsome Pinterest model who had the most beautiful locks with the charms that I totally copied for Shui's design. If I could find him, I would edit an image here, but I don't think I will be able to. But in the actual Pinterest image, he was wearing these beautiful blue contacts, and his skin just looked so glistening and like angelic. He was gorgeous. I fell in love. So I obviously stole him and made nosy. The next page we've got here is actually another member of Dark Knight. This is Koi Cat KK, or Sujin. That is his name. Yes, Sujin. I love you, Sujin. He is the cutest cutie who ever cuted in the world. And he's also part of Gay Animals. And he is our first instance, and actually I think the only character that we've made so far, who is a hybrid of two animals, a koi and a kitty cat. So yes, Koi Cat, I love you. You're the cutest ever. He's got cute little kitty ears, and I believe I decided that he canonically has two tails. I haven't drawn him fully in a while. My favorite lore fact to tell people is that he gets a look where he gets micro bangs, and I really like it, and Kisei really hates it, and it brings me a lot of joy. His mascot is also in the bottom left corner, and I kind of cooked. I think he's super cute. Now we get into my favorite OC story I've worked on. This is a character sheet page of a character ship from Bleecker Street, my original story about an alien invasion on Earth, kind of. The two characters featured here are Kohaku, who belongs to Kisei Shu, and Satoshi, who is the cute little alien. You can see that there's a bunch of drawings depicting the relationship. Kohaku is actually mute due to an incident that destroyed his vocal cords, and I know I have an illustration of him saying it's you, but that's because Satoshi has telepathy, so he can actually read his mind and knows exactly what he's thinking, so they usually communicate that way, and it's super cute. As you can see, I've also drawn Satoshi a little bit in his alien form. He is based on a leafy sea dragon, if you know what that is, and I love that. I love him so much. Also, these little alien babies are based off of this really small creator who made them for bag straps, and also the IKEA alien. I really like him. Also, we've got Burger. This next page is more Bleecker Street. These are the main Yuri. The pink one is Natsumi, she belongs to me, and the purple one is Kuro, and she belongs to Kisei. Kuro is actually an alien, and these two are a part of the group Cherry Bomb. Natsumi, naturally being the leader that she is, has each of her members bond and get cute keychains all the time, which is why so many of these doodles are her talking about merch or talking about the other members. And Kuro kind of stands out. She's standoffish, obviously due to being an alien. Kuro's alien design is actually based off of a certain type of vampire monster that actually separates at the torso, and I don't remember the name. I know Monster High just recently made a doll of it too, and I'm totally blanking, but I will put it in edit. But that's why I draw her as a little bat sometimes, or a little vampire, but the relationship is so dear to me. Natsumi and Kuro. More Bleecker Street stuff. This is our dog named Red, and he is a part of the boy idol group in Bleecker Street called Grape Soda. He is a obviously dog adjacent alien. If he looks familiar, that's so crazy. I totally didn't base him on Doppio Dropsite's second outfit because I'm such a big fan of Miji Sanji. Oh my goodness, I would never do that, guys. I would never do that. No, he's totally based on that. When I saw that character design drop, I drew this. And yes, they're different. I know they're different characters because I worked hard to give Red the most big and beautiful eyebrows and make him a pathetic loser, but Doppio Dropside does have a grip on my soul, and I'm so sorry he influenced Red. Not actually though. I love him so much. I really love the drawing of him with a little furry sticker on his head. It really speaks to me. A little bit of a content warning on this page. Mentions of sexual harassment and sexual assault. If you are not comfortable with that subject, I'm gonna put a timestamp because I understand that it is very triggering, but it is a character arc thing that is kind of important to Bleecker Street. That is your warning. Now I'm gonna continue talking about Koi. Koi is the leader of the group Grape Soda. Same from the Bleecker universe. They're supposed to be the male rival group that was created due to the popularity of Cherry Bomb. However, Grape Soda is actually entirely made of aliens except for Koi. So Red is my other member of Grape Soda, but the other members are Isul, Tendai, and Soju, who all belong to Kisei. Each of them representing a color of grape, aka white grape, red grape, purple, and green, and Koi is a cotton candy grape, which is why he's got the big fluffy hair, and all of my drawings of him are either him being very sleepy or silly. And now to the aforementioned sexual harassment and assault, since the idol sections of Bleeker's story are supposed to kind of highlight the good and the bad in the idol industry. Obviously, Koi experiences the bad as he's the only human in an all-alien group, meaning they undergo a lot more alien activities, such as a section of the story that is in the lounge. The lounge is actually a place that Red, when he had been forced into his dog form, would be in a dog fighting ring, and now, unfortunately, Koi is tossed around, is what I will say. I won't get into it too deeply. I don't want to get super demonetized on this video, but that is what is featured in the top left. A lot of the bottom left and beyond are all just him being himself, leafy, cutesy, a little bit drowsy, and generally trying to dissociate from what's going on. He has a really soft voice and tends to be nonverbal at times due to likely autism. I still am debating around with the idea, but I'm really leaning to making him autistic. Timestamp over. You made it! No more bad talk, I believe. And these are our two main young love interests. This is Faye and Frasier. Frasier is actually our main character in Bleecker Street. He is a victim of a accident that happens in the story, which I won't say because I don't want to give too many spoilers, but he has a very lovely relationship with Faye, who ends up finding him after this accident kind of occurs, and he is like suffering from the cause of it. So this page is just them interacting and being cute. Frasier doesn't know how to read canonically and learns through the course of the story. He's around 14 at the start and they end when he's around 15, and then obviously they don't really get together until they're a little bit older. Kind of implied that they are dating at the end of the story because they're, you know, teenagers and teenagers fall in love all the time, but nothing crazy really happens. Just cute young love. There's a little drawing of Frasier being like, "Hey Faye, what's this?" And he's holding a BL and he's like, "I don't know, don't worry about it. Can you give it back to me?" There's also Faye's rat, who I cannot remember his name because Kisei has changed it so many times. And Faye also belongs to Kisei. This next page was drawn around the start of the channel, which is really funny. When I was trying to compromise a logo, and it was right around when I had actually officially changed my preferred name to Ivan. I've only been going by Ivan honestly since the start of the channel, which is kind of really funny, which is kind of a long time, but I had been going by a different name for a while, and I had officially just pulled it and gave myself like a real name because I was just going by my username. I actually go by Ivan because Kisei picked it out for me. We were going through a bunch of names and he suggested it and it just felt right, and I have not looked back. It's actually really sweet. I also drew him his OC Adonis for the Year of the Snake, which is this year, because Adonis is a snake hybrid and he's also Jisoo's partner, if you remember him a little bit earlier. And then the rest were me coming up with a little more concept design about my current design, and we went back to a side part because I had a middle part in my design for a while and I hated it. This is more of Satoshi. I love Satoshi. I just wanted to have more drawings of him and I redesigned him slightly. He looked a little different before. All I did was just make him look a little better. Like I just drew him better. And then there's Kohaku and Satoshi kissing in the bottom left. I really like this really big-eyed image of Kohaku. Like he's got them autism eyes. This is actually the page spread I was talking about earlier when we were looking at Rintin. This is actually how the spread looks in my sketchbook, and I wish I could have edited the photo to be better quality. I just don't have that quality of a camera, and I'm so sorry. I really wish I could have gotten like a really nice screen of all of these drawings. I just don't have the equipment or the time. But yeah, this is a page full of Sangye and Rintin. I drew Sangban cuddling because post banishment they end up falling in love and getting together, and during an arc of Rintin's he loses loses his wings. They cut him clean off as punishment for almost killing Sanye. He was under the influence of some things, so it wasn't like, I'm killing you because I hate you. It was like, oh, I'm under the influence and my insecurity is heightened and now is violent. I also drew them as ponies because this is when we were working a lot on Harmony Hollow. My personal favorite is the slightly sussy one on the right, but don't look. And then I also like the post-banishment one with them just kind of cuddling and getting together. I imagine that they would be like really tall and awkward filly because they're both like more masculine men. They do a lot of work. And then just the chibis of them holding hands because they're so cute. This is a very special page for the lovely Ace. We're gonna talk about Cherry and Puppy. This section is for you. Cherry is my OC, who I actually made for the first time in Gacha Life, and Ace makes all his characters in Gacha Life, and I just will watch him sometimes stream doing it. So I wanted to make one of my own, and so this is Cherry. Cherry is actually a character from a video game / anime. We're leaning to a video game. It was originally an Otome game, but now I think it's just like an anime mecha, like magical boy thing, because he is a vampire cyborg. So he has like a mecha suit and his like supervillain outfits, but this is like kind of his idolish outfit because he's like a vampire idol cyber mecha. He's so cute. I think about him a lot. And the next page is actually his boyfriend, Puppy. I don't have a lot of drawings of Puppy on this page. I was really like not able to think of anything, and I got so locked in drawing him with his tongue out with those piercings that I just drew that really fug goofy looking puppy, and you know what, we love it. These pages, if you actually check out my post tab, which you guys should, please stay updated on my post tab. It's kind of where I update other than Twitter, but a lot of you don't follow me on Twitter, so I try to use the YouTube post tab to hopefully reach you all better. But these are actually the first illustrations that I did of Solar Flare and their moms, Starlight Glimmer and Trixie. This is also a little bit of a spoiler of my Starlight Glimmer alicorn design, which isn't really that different. I just made her hair more consistently wavy. I also added her cutie mark and elemental sparkles everywhere because I really liked the I think it's the rainbow-fied ponies where they get like the elements all over them. Those are fun. And then there's Trixie just being her cute self. The next page also contains more Harmony Hollow, which was again posted on the post tab. And this is our first look at Gloomy Everglow, who is the main villain for most of Harmony Hollow. He's the aforementioned Elements of Harmony stealer. But Gloomy is a character. I won't get too deep because I want to still talk about him in his villains video. But he is not a natural born alicorn, and he's not even a natural born unicorn. He's an earth pony, and I'm not going to tell you how he changed his form because I'll put it in that video, but just know that he is based on King Sombra and Discord, and I love him, and his cutie mark changed with his change. So when I do his video, and maybe I'll do mine in collaboration with Kize and he'll do his video about our other villain, but when that video comes out, expect lots of lore. But as I said too, Gloomy and Midnight in the top right corner being Yahwei, and Midnight is obviously having his loyalty tested, like, do I like this evil villain or do I love my friends? The other scene with Gloomy is actually between Confetti Cake and Gloomy. The drawing of Silly Seams is like unrelated, it's just there. But Confetti Cake often talks to Gloomy's statue and will like leave him gifts because he, like Discord, can still hear when being turned to stone. Warning, Yahwei ahead. So these are my Yahwei. Oh. These are probably my personal favorite Yahwei that I think about the most. This is Tianko, who belongs to Kize, and Fenghua, who is my evil, conniving dictator! Funny story, I accidentally flipped to this page in front of a teacher when she was giving me a lot of compliments on my art and was telling me that I need to open my commissions immediately because she like really was fond of my art. And then she was like, no, let me see. And then when she saw it, she was like, that's pretty good. And I don't know what to say, guys. This woman was the most autistic teacher I've ever had as an autistic person. So I felt really seen by her. But her just telling me that my Yahwei was good was really fucking funny. And I can't not think about it every time I open to this page. They're making out. This is actually a clip from their canon like first night together, if you all know what I'm talking about. And there's a sequence where Tianko puts Fenghua's hair in a bun. It does not stay in a bun. That shit comes out of that bun so fast because Fenghua as a general never has his hair properly done. It's always in a ponytail when it really should be in a bun, and it's really Yahwei. You can see that the red and the purple at the bottom was me trying to figure out how to draw them making out, and I was really angry about it. In the top left there is actually a sneak peek of what human Gloomy looks like. I couldn't get him out of my head, and he's so beautiful to me. No one can take Gloomy Everglow away from me. He's my favorite favorite pony ever, and he is so gorgeous and beautiful, and society can never make me hate you, Gloomy Everglow. And then in the bottom right is actually just doodles of my friend Remy. Remy, if you're watching this, I love you so much, Myoshi! All of my friends are Myoshis. Now here is the other Yaoi that plagues me. This is Wuliang Hai and Yao Heche. Yao Heche is Kisei's OC, and he is a fox spirit who drives my OC Wuliang Hai nuts. Wuliang Hai is a mute Shosun character. He is like a teacher of many students in the cultivation realm, and Yao Heche starts as one of his students and then obviously has a big fat crush on him, and as he gets older he's like really annoying, and Wuliang Hai is like, get away from me! Wuliang Hai, fun fact, because he's mute, he actually developed a specific type of cultivation for himself to be able to speak called Mist Speak. It has a Chinese name that I'm not going to try to say, but I would like probably talk about it if I went into a deeper video about these two. Just now, they brought my brain, and if I had more money for custom plushies, because I talk about wanting to buy them all the time, these two would get made. Their designs are so beautiful. The next page is drawings of Kisei. We were actually concepting maybe ideas for his Beatsy remodel. I was suggesting the idea of going like a Gyaru boy direction, and I just like had this vision of him having a beach bum outfit. This wouldn't be his main outfit, I think we've decided, but it's a very possible future outfit if you guys, you know, wanted to see that. And then the next page is also another concept for my friend Fear or Fi on a bunch of social media. We were trying to come up with a better design for him because he's trying to undergo a rebrand, but I was going in the wrong direction, and then I made him, I'm so mean and evil, guys, I'm so dyslexic, I made him make a dyslexia friendly sheet so that I knew what he wanted, and I still didn't come up with anything great. And the next page is just more of those designs in a more messy fashion, so I could just highlight how messy my sketching process is. This is the last 2 pages, which are more Harmony Hollow. This is how the actual Harmony Hollow spread looked in my sketchbook. Again, I was trying to figure out their poses. I actually ended up going to traditional art after trying digitally because I wasn't able to get the fluidity I wanted or convey the poses. Initially for that video, I had intended to make each one a scene, and I just didn't have the time, and I rather have like a main 8 splash art, which is actually what you see in that bottom left hand corner. That's kind of what the main 8 will look like once it's all done together, if you can make sense of it, and also gives you a little bit of a hint of our other ponies. Ooh. But yeah, that's me getting Midnight and Confetti Cake's poses, and then the last one is Silly Seams and Confetti Cake's final poses, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my little sketchbook tour. I really appreciate all the attention my other video has gotten, and it's really overwhelming. I will try to supply so much art stuff soon. Again, please come by our stream Saturday. We're gonna be playing lots of games and doing a lot of fun things, and thank you all for watching. Bye bye.